Thing is boxing, this is really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind.
Over the years, what do you think of that?
Sad. It's just sad that he feels any reason or urge whatsoever.
Barrios is a great dude. He's young, he's strong. I think Pacquiao's coming back because he wants to make history. Pacquiao is a person that loves to help. He helps. People love him in his country.
The showdown between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios isn't just a boxing match. It's a war of ego, legacy, and survival. Barrios is the hungry young lion trying to make a name by tearing down a legend. He doesn't care about Pacquiao's past glories. He wants to retire him, but Pacquiao isn't backing down. He may be older, but he's still dangerous. He's not just fighting for victory. He's fighting to prove he still belongs in this era. This isn't just about speed or youth for Pacquiao. It's about heart, belief, and the mindset of a true warrior. And make no mistake, this fight is personal. Barrios thinks it's his time. Pacquiao says, not so fast.
Thing is boxing, this is really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind, then stop boxing. Forget about boxing. But as long as you dedicated, you have fire, you have interest to punish yourself like that, for hard work, you enjoy doing hard work, training like that, discipline, then go for it. Like, continue boxing,
Yeah.
But
If you do that, you'll be successful.
of course. But something like, comes to your mind, like, especially in the middle of like preparation, like let's say 2 months after 1 month training is hard, like lazy.
I agree.
Famous trainer Joel Diaz didn't hold back. He's seriously worried about Manny Pacquiao's comeback. According to Diaz, there's a time in every fighter's life when it's smarter to hang up the gloves than to keep. Chasing past glory died at 46. Pacquiao isn't just fighting younger, faster opponents. He's gambling with his health and legacy. Diaz says Manny's work ethic is legendary, no doubt about that. But the truth? Boxing doesn't care about how much heart you've got if your body can't keep up. Diaz believes Pacquiao already proved everything there is to prove. So why risk it all now? Pride? Money? Or is Manny just refusing to let go of the spotlight?
Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger, big. He's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
So like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
Some fighters still admire Pacquiao and hope he pulls off a miracle, but deep down, they don't see it happening. One fighter even said it straight, I want Manny to win, but let's be real, Barrios has the upper hand. Barrios is younger, faster, stronger, and in his prime. He's got the kind of timing and fire that can break down even the most respected legends. As much as this fighter respects everything Pacquiao's done, he thinks this comeback is a mistake, and Barrios is the wrong guy to test it against. He sees Barrios as a rising force, who's hungry to take everything Manny built. And the harsh truth, Manny might not have enough left to stop it.
You're about to do 10 rounds of sparring.
Yes, sir.
Give me 12 days away, Manny Pacquiao Barrios. Who wins and why?
Oh, man. I really hope Pacquiao wins, but I really don't see it happening. I think Barrios right now, he's in his prime. He got real good trainers behind him. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Pacquiao don't got, but I just think the age and stuff like that is gonna play a big role in that fight.
Keith Thurman, who's gone toe-to-toe with Pacquiao, offers a bold take. He remembers how sharp and dangerous Manny looked against Yordenis Ugas, saying the legend was still in top shape. Even at that age, Thurman respects Barrios' power, but he's not convinced it's enough. He's felt Pacquiao's punches firsthand, and he knows that even an older Manny can explode with speed and precision when it counts. According to Thurman, if Pacquiao shows up in the kind of shape he did not too long ago, he can take Barrios's best shots and maybe even flip the whole fight. But here's the twist. Is Thurman just being respectful, or does he really believe Pacquiao still has it? In a sport full of mind games, even compliments come with questions.
You know, Pacquiao coming back. I don't like when Pacquiao comes back off layoffs. You know, when he fought me, he was active. Even though he was at the age that he was very active. I think I was like his third fight that year, or his third fight within like 13, 14 months, right? So he was very active at the time. And then when he fought Ugas after COVID, after the victory over me, scheduled to fight Spence, injury, had to fight Ugas, last minute replacement, yada, yada, yada. But Ugas got the best of him, right? And now coming off of another layoff, I think Mario Barrios can box smart and get the best of him. The dangerous thing is Mario Barrios is there to be hit. You know, I caught him, I rocked him, Tank got him with a body shot, and you know, Pacquiao is still gonna have some clippers. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have some clippers on him. You know, so if he clips the chin, if he clips the body right, you know, I think he has an opportunity of hurting Barrios, but not sure what the speed's gonna look like at this time. The weight coming off, he's done a few exhibitions. He hasn't had to be at that upper echelon of fighting per se. So it's gonna be interesting, man. A lot of fight fans are just gonna enjoy to see what Pacquiao brings to the table. But I highly doubt I'll have an opportunity to get a rematch. You know, I'm not gonna not take it. You know, I've been wanting to punch that boy for a lot of years. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it'd be exciting to see him do great.
There's been a lot of talk that Pacquiao came back just to cash a quick check, using his legendary name to sell an easy fight, grab a fat payday, and disappear again. Critics say he's following the same path as other retired fighters, low risk, high reward exhibitions. But people close to Pacquiao say that's completely false. They claim he's not playing games. He's training hard, pushing himself like it's a world title fight. Pacquiao knows exactly what Barrios brings to the table. He's not underestimating him, and he's not treating this like some celebrity sparring match. This isn't about money or fame. For Pacquiao, this is personal. He's out to prove he's still a real fighter, and he's ready to shut down the critics the only way he knows how, with fists, not excuses.
Thinking, well, what's the worst version of Manny we could see? We've seen the best versions of Manny. What's the worst version of Manny we could see against Mario Barrios? And that ain't it. You're gonna get a Manny Pacquiao that is fine-tuned, a Manny Pacquiao that is ready, a Manny Pacquiao that has, check this out, not been sitting down watching exhibitions and saying, I'm about to have an exhibition fight. That's what that was. That was him sitting down, sad because he hadn't been in the sport in a little while, and he saw a little opportunity for him to do something. And I'm not sure if the people around him told him that he should get ready for it, but when you're on the outside and you're looking at what's going on with these exhibitions, and it's an easy way to make money and use your image and all that kind of stuff, that's what he did. He got ready for an exhibition fight. 3 rounds. I mean, the moment I heard you say 3 rounds, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's just keep moving past this. This is not the same thing. He knows this is a 12-round war against Azteca Mario Barrios. He's not going to come to the ring in any way, shape, form, or fashion the way that he did against Ampo. And I'm telling you right now, I promise you, if he does, I'll drop down and give you 100 push-ups straight. It ain't gonna happen. We got elite Mario Barrios. He's earned his position of being elite. He's elite. I hear what you're saying about his mentality. I just got a feeling that even though he's going through the rhythm and the routine of that's Pacquiao and I'm just Mario Barrios.
Trainer Robert Garcia sees Pacquiao's choice of opponent as a smart and strategic move. According to him, picking Mario Barrios wasn't about taking the easiest route, but definitely the safest one compared to the killers in the division. Right now, Garcia admits Barrios is no pushover. He's a champion with skills and power, But he's not as dangerous as someone like Jaron Boots Ennis or even Keyshawn Davis. If Pacquiao had chosen a young lion like that, Garcia believes the damage could have been career-ending. With Barrios, there's still real risk, but also real opportunity. Garcia thinks Pacquiao's awkward angles, speed, and ring IQ could still give him a shot. It's not an easy road, but it's definitely not the deadliest path either. Bottom line, Pacquiao may be old, but he's not stupid. He picked a fight he might actually win.
Years out of the ring and everything against Mario Barrios. Your thoughts on that fight?
Look, I think it's a fight that just because of the card that they put together, it's gonna do really good. The arena is gonna be sold out. People are gonna order on pay-per-view. I think it's gonna do really good numbers because of the whole undercard. I think Pacquiao, you know, went to the I can't say the easiest because Barrios is a world champion, so I can't say he's easy either, man. But it did, you know, if you know, he wouldn't fight against Norman.
Yeah.
He wouldn't fight against Boots. You know what I mean? Because Boots was the champion. Now that, you know, he wouldn't have fought against Boots. He would have never fought against Norman. Those guys would have hurt Pacquiao. So he chose Barrios, which also fights for PBC, so made it a lot easier. But Barrios he's young, he's big, he's hungry. You know, he's at performances where we question his, you know, skills, chin. But he has heart, man. He has heart, and Pacquiao's 46, so that's a big difference right there. Man, I would love to see Pacquiao make history and become, you know, the youngest. He already is the oldest welterweight champion.
Yeah.
But 6 years later, he's gonna break his own record.
Mario Barrios' trainer didn't hold back. He fired a warning straight at Team Pacquiao. He acknowledged Manny's years under the legendary Freddie Roach, but made it clear Barrios has been learning to, and he's been learning from the best. The trainer hinted that Barrios isn't just some young fighter stepping in blind. He's picked up advanced techniques, high-level strategies, and he's bringing that fire into this fight. The message: don't expect an easy target. Barrios is preparing like a man on a mission. He knows Pacquiao's style. He's studied his moves, and he's training with the same hunger, maybe more. This isn't going to be a one-sided legend versus rookie story. Both camps are coming in sharp, and both believe they're walking out with a win. There's no fear here, just war.
A lot of time we spent together. Picked up a lot of things from you. Freddie, you know I was in that gym a long time, Freddie. I picked up a lot of things watching those camps with Manny Pacquiao right there, baby. We know a lot of things from there. I was in there every day watching him. And unfortunately for him, there's a lot of things we're going to bring to the table on July 19th of the things that I've seen with Manny Pacquiao. We're coming, baby. You know that, Freddie. I was there a lot of time, Freddie. We did a lot of time in there, in and around Manny Pacquiao. You know that, Freddie. And you know that too, Manny.
Even with all the doubts, hope still burns strong for Manny Pacquiao. Fans and fighters alike still see him as more than just a boxer. He's a living legend, a symbol of resilience who never backs down. People want to believe he can do it one more time, that even at 46, under heavy pressure, he can rise again and etch another line into boxing history. They're not just cheering for a win, they're cheering for the impossible. Yes, the critics are loud. Yes, the risks are real. But Pacquiao's courage, his refusal to walk away quietly, has captured hearts all over again. This isn't just a fight, it's a statement, a battle for legacy, a chance to prove that true greatness doesn't age, and that the spirit of a champion doesn't die, even when the clock says it should.
What do you think of Manny Pacquiao?
The GOAT.
I think he wins his next fight against Barrios.
Yeah, for sure. I look to see him win it, you know. He's a legendary fighter and someone that I've watched on tape and studied, you know. So,
Great person too.
Yeah, I never met him before in real life, but
You never met him?
Never.
Robert Garcia didn't just speak about Pacquiao the fighter, he spoke about Pacquiao the man. He praised the Filipino icon not for chasing fame or money, but for carrying something much bigger, the hopes of an entire nation. Garcia knows the truth. Pacquiao is 46, and this comeback might be the toughest fight of his life. The odds aren't in his favor, but still, he believes Manny has something special, that rare mix of athleticism, mindset, and heart that can turn the impossible into history. To Garcia, this isn't just about a title. This is about pride, about Legacy, about fighting for the people who stood behind Pacquiao his entire career. Millions of them, and that's the kind of pressure that breaks most fighters, but somehow fuels Manny Pacquiao.
The fight, I mean, do you understand why maybe Pacquiao's coming back maybe after a performance like that against Mario Barrios?
Well, look, after Barrios' last performance, I think Pacquiao wasn't the only one. I think there was many calls to the Cubas and PBC people about fighting Barrios. But you know, Barrios is a great dude. He's young, he's strong. I think Pacquiao's coming back because he wants to make history. Pacquiao is a person that loves to help. He helps. People love him in his country, and not only in his country, in the whole world. People love him. People always support him. People are behind him, and he's doing it to make history. You know, if he becomes champion, you know, there's been very few that could do something that have done something like that in their 40s to come back and well, actually mid 40s, late 40s, and come back and become world champion. You know, he just wants to make history and be the best in history, because maybe he will, but it's gonna be tough. At 46, bro, you know, shit, I'm 4 years older than him, man. and
4 years ago, you didn't want to make a comeback?
Man, I didn't want to make a comeback when I was 30, and I had been retired for only 4 years, and I was 30, and a lot of people would tell me, Robert, you're young, Robert, you can still do something. There's a lot of fights, Morales, Barrera, even Pacquiao was already fighting. There's a lot of money out there. But nah, man, you know, I didn't feel like doing it. So, you know, it's different. Mikey, you know, Mikey's 37, and we've told him, Mike, you know, you still do 1 or 2 more fights, and you know, and he just feels like, no, you know, at 37. So just imagine 10 years.
Veteran commentator Jim Lampley gave a more emotional, even bittersweet take on Pacquiao's return. He said he's not surprised Manny's coming back, but it still feels sad. Lampley believes legends like Pacquiao don't come back just for money or titles. They come back because they miss the rush, the lights, the noise, the love. It's in their blood, and walking away from that, it's harder than people think. He doesn't criticize Manny's choice. Instead, he points to the painful truth in boxing that many greats return not out of need, but out of longing for one more night under the spotlight, one more roar of the crowd, one more taste of feeling alive. Sure, Pacquiao will be paid, well, but Lampley wonders, at what emotional cost? Because sometimes, chasing glory leaves scars money can't heal.
Over the years, what do you think of that?
Sad. You know, just sad that he feels any reason or urge whatsoever. However, on the other hand, fighters fight. It's what they do. Hey, Jim Lampley was gone for 6 years. Was it stupid for him to choose to come back and fall a fight? Was it a risk? You know, was there a possibility that he could embarrass himself and fall on his face? Are there some viewers and listeners out there who think that's exactly what he did? Sure, that's possible. But I was back doing something I love and I was getting paid for it. So I understand why Manny wants to come back and do something he loves and get paid for it. But it's one thing to talk into a microphone when you've been a few years away and you're a little bit older. It's entirely a different thing to go in and get hit.
One thing everyone in the boxing world agrees on, Pacquiao's toughest opponent isn't Barrios. It's time dot no matter how great a fighter is, age catches up. Reflexes slow, stamina fades, injuries linger longer, and even with all the training in the world, you can't turn back the clock. This doesn't mean Pacquiao can't win, but it does mean he's walking a razor's edge. Every round is riskier. Every second in that ring can change everything. Analysts say experience matters, but sometimes youth doesn't care about experience. Sometimes raw speed and power are enough to overwhelm even the smartest, most seasoned legends. Pacquiao has heart. He has legacy, but now he's fighting with the smallest margin of error he's ever faced.
So Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is like far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to like a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. at least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time, no questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Many believe the real reason fighters like Pacquiao return isn't just money, and it's not even legacy. It's emotional dot, it's the roar of the crowd, the blinding lights, the pride of standing in that ring, feeling untouchable, alive. It's a high that retirement can't replace. And for fighters like Manny, that feeling becomes an addiction. They chase it, hoping for just one more night, one more moment to feel like the king of the world. But nostalgia is a dangerous drug. Observers point out the truth. Pacquiao didn't look like himself in his last fight. The reflexes, the explosiveness, the timing, all showed signs of decline. And that's what makes this comeback so risky. Sometimes the past feels sweeter than it really was, and chasing it can cost more than anyone expects.